The gaming community is abuzz. Whispers of Resident Evil 9 echo through forums and social media. Capcom, the series creator, has remained tight-lipped. Yet the anticipation for the next chapter in the survival horror saga continues to build. Every trailer, every event, every industry rumor sparks fervent speculation. Could this be the moment? Could this be when the curtain finally lifts on Resident Evil 9? The weight of expectation is heavy. Resident Evil is not merely a video game franchise, it's a cultural phenomenon. From its humble beginnings on the PlayStation in 1996, Resident Evil redefined horror in the digital age. It gave birth to iconic monsters, unforgettable characters, and a legacy of jump scares etched into gaming history. Now, as fans eagerly await news of the 9th installment, the question arises: what awaits us in this next chapter of survival horror? Into this cauldron of anticipation steps Lunatic Ignis, a name whispered with a mix of reverence and skepticism. An industry insider shrouded in anonymity, Lunatic Ignis has built a reputation for cryptic hints and surprisingly accurate leaks. Their pronouncements, often delivered through obscure online channels, are dissected and debated by eager fans hungry for any morsel of information about Resident Evil 9. Recently, Lunatic Ignis has set the rumor mill spinning with a series of tantalizing hints about Resident Evil 9. While details remain characteristically vague, they suggest a possible release window in the latter half of 2025. Even more intriguing is the claim that Capcom is gearing up for an official reveal, sooner rather than later, possibly within the next few months. The rumor mill, fueled by these whispers, has gone into overdrive. All eyes now turn towards the major events on the gaming calendar. Among them, the Tokyo Game Show stands out as a prime candidate for a Resident Evil 9 reveal. This annual extravaganza, held in the heart of Japan, is a showcase for the biggest names in gaming, and Capcom is a regular attendee. The stage seems set for a dramatic unveiling. Imagine the scene: the lights dim, the music swells, and the iconic Resident Evil logo flashes across giant screens. The crowd erupts, a wave of excitement washing over the auditorium. A hush falls as a cinematic trailer begins to play, offering the first tantalizing glimpses of Resident Evil 9. New monsters lurk in the shadows, familiar faces return, and a chilling story begins to unfold. The Tokyo Game Show, with its global reach and electric atmosphere, could be the perfect stage for Capcom to unleash this next chapter of horror upon the world. While Tokyo Game Show holds strong as a potential launchpad for Resident Evil 9, another contender looms: large PlayStation's State of Play. These digital showcases, streamed directly to fans worldwide, have become synonymous with major PlayStation announcements. Given Capcom's history of partnering with PlayStation for high-profile Resident Evil reveals, a State of Play debut for Resident Evil 9 is a distinct possibility. Recall the reveal of Resident Evil Village, the critically acclaimed 8th installment in the series. It was during a PlayStation 5 reveal event that the world first caught a glimpse of the game's haunting European setting, its imposing villain Lady Dimitrescu, and its promise of a chilling new chapter in the Resident Evil saga. Could Capcom be planning a similar strategy for Resident Evil 9, utilizing the global reach of a State of Play event to send shockwaves through the gaming community? Section 5. Capcom's history early reveals and strategic showcases. Capcom, the mastermind behind the Resident Evil franchise, has a history of strategic reveals and carefully orchestrated marketing campaigns. They understand the power of anticipation, the allure of mystery, and the importance of choosing the right moment to unleash their creations upon the world. Resident Evil 9, as the next evolution of a beloved franchise, is likely to receive the same meticulous treatment. Consider the reveal of the Resident Evil 4 remake, a project met with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. Capcom chose a State of Play event to showcase the game's stunning visuals, reimagined gameplay, and promise of a faithful, yet modernized reimagining of a classic. The announcement sent ripples of excitement through the gaming community, demonstrating Capcom's keen understanding of their audience and their mastery of generating hype. Section 6. The Weight of Legacy. Resident Evil's Impact on Gaming. To understand the fervent anticipation surrounding Resident Evil 9, one must first grasp the profound impact of the Resident Evil franchise on the gaming landscape. Since its inception in 1996, Resident Evil has been more than just a series of video games. It's been a cultural touchstone, a trendsetter, and a masterclass in survival horror. Resident Evil didn't invent survival horror, but it perfected it. It took the nascent genre, infused it with B-movie camp and cutting-edge, for the time, graphics, and unleashed it upon an unsuspecting world. The result was a cultural phenomenon. Resident Evil became synonymous with jump scares, cheesy dialogue, and a pervasive sense of dread that permeated every corridor and every pre-rendered background. Section 7, A Legacy of Horror, From Spencer Mansion to Village Outskirts. The impact of Resident Evil extends far beyond its initial release. The franchise's influence can be felt in countless games, movies, and even other forms of media. It's a testament to the series' enduring legacy, its ability to tap into primal fears, and its knack for crafting memorable experiences that stay with players long after the credits roll. From the claustrophobic corridors of the Spencer Mansion to the sprawling streets of Raccoon City, from the desolate Spanish village of Resident Evil 4 to the haunting Eastern European countryside of Resident Evil Village, the series has taken players on a globe-trotting journey through some of gaming's most terrifying locales. Each installment builds upon the foundation laid by its predecessors, refining the formula while introducing new gameplay mechanics, terrifying new creatures, and ever more convoluted storylines. Section 8. The Evolution of Fear. From fixed cameras to immersive first person. Resident Evil has never been afraid to experiment, to evolve, and to adapt with the times. The series has undergone a remarkable transformation over the years, from its fixed camera angle origins to its modern embrace of over-the-shoulder action and immersive first-person perspectives. Yet, through it all, it has retained its core identity, a survival horror franchise at its heart, dedicated to delivering unforgettable scares and heart-pounding encounters. This willingness to evolve is perhaps best exemplified by the series' shift to a first-person perspective with Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. This bold move revitalized the franchise, injecting it with a newfound sense of terror and immersion. It was a gamble that paid off handsomely, reminding players why they fell in love with Resident Evil in the first place, and attracting a new generation of fans eager to experience the horrors firsthand. Section 9. Fueling the hype train, fan theories and speculation run wild. In the absence of concrete information, fan theories and speculation run rampant. Online forums are ablaze with conjecture about Resident Evil 9's plot, characters, and gameplay. Will it continue the story of Ethan Winters, the protagonist of the previous two installments? Or will it mark a return to the series' roots, focusing on iconic characters like Chris Redfield or Jill Valentine? Some theories delve into the series' intricate lore, speculating about the return of long-dormant characters or the introduction of new viral threats. Others focus on gameplay mechanics, with some hoping for a return to the series' more action-oriented roots, while others pray for a continuation of the immersive first-person horror that defined recent entries. The truth, as always, remains shrouded in mystery, fueling the flames of anticipation even further. Section 10. The enduring allure of Resident Evil, why we keep coming back. What is it about Resident Evil that continues to captivate players after all these years? Why, despite countless imitators and a gaming landscape saturated with horror titles, does Resident Evil remain in a league of its own? The answer, perhaps, lies in the series' unique blend of horror, action, and campy charm. Resident Evil is, at its core, a series about survival. It's about overcoming overwhelming odds, managing scarce resources, and facing down terrifying creatures with nothing but your wits and a limited arsenal. It's about the thrill of exploration, the satisfaction of solving puzzles, and the adrenaline rush of a well-timed headshot. Section 11. Awaiting the 9th chapter, the future of survival horror unfolds. As we stand on the precipice of a new generation of gaming, the anticipation for Resident Evil 9 feels different. It's not just the excitement for a new installment in a beloved franchise. It's the anticipation for what Resident Evil 9 represents, the future of survival horror. Resident Evil has always been a trendsetter, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the horror genre. With Resident Evil 9, Capcom has the opportunity to redefine survival horror once again. The gaming world watches with bated breath, eager to see what horrors await us in this next chapter. The stage is set, the rumors are swirling, and the countdown has begun. The future of survival horror is about to unfold.